on there. What I'm doing is, today I got that setting on the iron pool, and what I did was I went over here and recovery speed, I bumped it, it's factory at 4, and that's great if there's no iron. I came up to 6. I might even try 7 in this deep iron pool. Lots of iron, so I'm looking for speed. I'm looking for recovery off the iron. I can care less about depth. Everything's shallow. Hickey. Ooh. Old bullet. You can actually see the cut's been moving, because that's more open compared to over here now. This is a little bit less dense with iron, but it's still dense. I want to use that recovery speed now, because it gets real irony in these cuts. See that piece of iron there? Back 20 years ago, on the other end of the beach, across the beach wall, there was a big iron tank like that, and I had the watt, 15-inch watt on the Explorer. And what I did was I ran back home because I saw the cut, and I got an Excalibur with a 10-inch coil, and I went in that same area where I didn't get it with the watt. I actually got 2 small diamond rings. One's pretty good size, old mine cut diamonds from the 1800s, by using that smaller coil in between the iron. Now with this, you can, it's so much more easier today. You can just take this thing and switch around recovery speeds, get a quicker recovery speed amongst the iron, like I say, by just simply going into your cogwheel, bringing that up, and we'll go back down. There's your recovery speed. Christ, I might even use 7, because a lot of these targets are shallow. If you watch my video from the other day, we were getting spikes at maybe 5 inches, so you're not looking for great extreme depth. Down there you'd be looking for depth. See how much more the sand is built up? So when you move back down there, you just simply go back in, drop it back down to 4 or 3, whatever you feel like you want to use, because every time you up the recovery speed, you're losing depth, but you're getting greater target separation. And gold likes to hang out in these areas where there's a lot of iron. So try it, you know, experiment. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. I think I might even try 7 for a bit. I got iron, and more iron. But look at the signal. Probably junk. It's coming up below the line, but you might not get that if you're got your recovery speed set wrong. You could miss it. It's out. We'll see what it is. Oh, is that it? Oh, what have we got there? Or is it just melted lead? Might be, keep your eye out for these soldiers over here. Smelted lead. But still, heavy white lead, and that resembles gold to that. So whether it's a CTX or a Manticore, that white powdery gold color, that's what that white powdery lead, real old lead that's been sitting here. Gold will sit in that same area. Looks like a hinge maybe, no? Let's see if it opens. Frozen. Old hinge. Brass. What the hell is that? Piece of copper wire. I'm just trying to generate more targets than I'd otherwise would have. Another ship's bite. There at the wreck, looks like he's got a bounty hunter. Got something here. Ooh! Oh, I got another one! I got the chief's brother! Sweet! That came up as lead, and I was like, am I gonna dig that? It's a fishing weight. There he is. It's the chief's brother from another mother. These are Barclays, circa 19, probably 25 to 35, maybe early 40s. Those bounty hunters are tough. When I first started way back in the early 90s, I had one of those. And they're great. Backyard, land, non-mineralized soil. They actually work quite well. You know, that's like these machines. I had a guy the other day and he says, oh, you shouldn't use it in IQ. Well, if that's the case, it defeats the whole purpose of having this machine. When this is an IQ and multi-frequency, it's acting like a pulse with discrimination. It's one of the deepest machines. If you didn't want to use it in IQ, you were going to get a single frequency machine. Hell, I'd go online and get a used White's Coin Master from back in the 80s. You get single frequency, you get it 50 bucks. I think metal detecting's more about spending time with your loved ones than treasure hunting these days. But Susan will be free tomorrow. She's teaching school today. Hopefully a kid won't bring that exploding apple again. You know how that works. We go a couple prospectors. Got one more. So what I'm using too on this is normal. Like I say, I bumped my threshold up. I can go a little louder on that threshold. Now profile simple. I was in medium. I'm back. I like simple, but I don't know, rich isn't, I don't like rich. Simple and medium, tried both of those. Going up a little higher, 9 threshold. Got one of these though, one of these puppies. Oh, it's a bent one. Look at that. That's an oldie. Wow, look at this one. It's heavy. Oh, look at the size of that. That kept something together. Yikes. It's a big round one. I had seen the square ones. This is the first round one I've seen. What's that? Carrying around this spike. Penny? Oh, it's a bobber! Oh, is it a bobber or a seated? Ooh, ooh! Ooh, I'm getting silver on the other side of the wall, fellas. I can't tell. That's beat. That's beat beach. I don't know what that is. That's an awfully small dime. Maybe a half dime? No, it says 1 dime. I see it. Boy, that's a small dime. I can't see the front. It's beat. Isn't that small for a dime? 1 dime. It is silver. Sweet. Like I say, I'm getting my silvers to see standing. I'm carrying this thing around. My God, it's as big as a club. It came off the ship. I'm getting the beach silvers on the southern, northern side of the wall. On this side, go slow. All right, here's the wrap-up video for today. This is the last 2 hunts down there. Pretty damn good working on that far southern end of the beach where the old wreck is. Today I didn't do too bad. I ended up with 2 silver coins. The first one was a Standing Liberty quarter, no date, fried on the front, but still got some on the back. Got the nice eagle. Also got another silver coin. It is I believe a barber dime. What says 1 dime, but the front's fried, so really can't see what it is, but definitely a silver dime. So 2 silver coins. Got this one today, so that's the chief's brother. So we got him, and then we got the chief. So we got 2 of those characters. Pretty cool. And those are the old man oil lead toys from back in the 30s. They were a nickel a toy. So, and I did get a soldier too, Radio Man. So we got 3 total. And like I say, this big heavy spike, that's a heavy piece of brass, very heavy. So cool. This is my favorite one here. I like this one. So that's definitely cool. Get some cool artifacts. Got the half one today and got a piece of a one. So some odds and ends, some lead bits, couple of bullet casing, a bullet shot, piece of a toy, I think there. Cap to an old something, I don't know what that is. Some lead, some doohickeys, more lead, old fork, what was left. Try to take some of the trash off the beach. Best find for the week was the gold ring. So very orange. That's been down there a long time. Gold will turn an orange color if it's been in down there in that salt water a long time. So it sucks that the center stone's gone, but cool ring still the same. The cuts are trying to form on the beaches. Some of that iron broke through. Definitely try it out on the Manticore, and it goes for the Equinox too. You got the iron, you got the recovery speed on the Equinox, and you could bump that up. Try it out. On the Equinox, I work out of that beach 1 and 5 tone. So once you get into those areas of the iron, and you can tell too, and you don't necessarily have to see it. If you run a threshold, you can actually hear tone breaks when you went to those areas. So it gives you a general idea. Or you could use your all metal horseshoe, and if you start getting a lot of chirps and stuff, you're pretty much in one of those areas. I guess the same would go if you were hunting a field with a blockhouse and you couldn't find the blockhouse. You just use that same idea where you go into those areas. You can use either all metal, horseshoe key, or a threshold, slight threshold. You start to get some breaks and some chirps. You know you're in an irony area, so maybe you're either close to the blockhouse or close to an erosion point on a beach. But once you get into those areas, it can get very heavily ironed, where you get a lot of chunky iron sticking out. And down on that beach, I'm pretty familiar with it. And when that cut forms, especially up high, you're going to get a lot of iron. And with that recovery speed jacked up, you should be able to get those targets, more targets generated through that. And like I say, a lot of these gold pieces, they're in close to that iron, and you're sweeping in. You may not necessarily get this if you're running with a very low recovery speed. You may sweep over it and not get that signal at all. So the best thing to do is bring it up. And remember, your targets are not going to be deep because there's so much sand loss. You're down into that more of a bedrock layer, a crushed rock layer. So that will support the gold and lead. You know it because you're finding lots of lead. Lots of pieces of smelted lead or strapping or lead sheathing or whatnot. So lead bullets, lead weights. There's a couple of bullets today. Got a small one too. So your targets are supported on that bedrock. You're seeing it sticking out. And a lot of it is bric-a-brac, so you don't have to go deep. The other a little bit of a downside on that, when you bump up that recovery speed, is you're going to lose your target ID. So don't really necessarily focus on that target ID, because it could get jumpy on you. So don't think, oh, I swung over it, I was getting an 11, and maybe it went to a 20. Dig it anyway, because and this came in on 11/12. This gold ring, it's 14 karat. Dig it anyway. You got to really dig everything in, because you get some flunky signals. You'll find broken rings, a lot of broken rings in those areas. I think it was the day after I found that platinum diamond ring back 4 or 5 years ago. I had gone down. I was finding broken gold. So definitely dig it all. But yeah, try that recovery speed. Bump it up when you get into that iron area. Once you leave the iron area and the detector starts to get quiet, bump it back down to go with a greater depth. So in and out, bob and weave. That's how you got to do it. So, but pretty good hunt, pretty good week. At least we got some gold. A lot of the beaches don't look that good right now, but hopefully some cuts will form. So we'll be out. I'll try to get Susan out this week, and the weather's not going to be too cold. And remember, we're going to have those minus tides next week, and next weekend you're going to have the minus 1.5s. So I'll probably go out and chase some cuts low, see if there's anything brewing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along on the venture, and we'll post some more vids. If it gets really good, we'll be out a lot more. So once again, thanks a lot.